Hello everyone, welcome back to Islands of Insight. This is Key of W speaking. We are picking up right where we left off, which for me was about 10 seconds ago, and for you was, I don't know, doesn't really matter to me. I only care about myself. So we're going to head into Serene Deluge and clear out as much as we can. Here, since it's been a few episodes since I did so, let's see. Oh, we have the ability to grab Vermilion Goddess bracelets and a Mirabilis. Let's look at those Goddess bracelets. Let's see if they're wonderful. Let's go here. It's going to be gloves. Goddess bracelets. Ooh. I guess. Yeah, sure. Sure, why not? How are we doing money-wise? Don't have a lot of money right now. Alright. We can do this. Doesn't seem to do that much for us. We need to get... We need to, like... Okay, yeah, that's all we gotta do. That's really all we have to do. Oh! Interesting. So that's just a matter of standing there. Ooh. Puzzle. Okay, no squares, one symbol per area. Great. So we know the 16 is going to come up. The 17 can go anywhere. Let's see. No squares. Is that going to get us anything so far? Checkerboards are fine. In fact, we have one, so they've got to be fine. It's just no squares. So if I were to put something... What would give me, like, the potential? Like, this would force a white cell there, whereas this would force a white cell here. But I could put two white cells, and no one would care. This guy's got to escape, for sure. This 7? How far can this 7 go? Not very far in here. Can it... So if these don't connect to the 7, they have to connect to this 16, which is going to cause a problem. So we definitely have these connecting, but we can't have squares. This has to connect to that 17. We could bring this 7 as far down as here. How far? We can bring it this far over. Now the trouble is, if we do this, we would have to figure out a way to get this connected to the 16, which is going to be a problem. So I think we do need this piece to be white. These both can't be dark cells, but it could be this connecting to 16 or this connecting to 7. It just can't be this, because what are these connected to? It's just too much. So we have to have it here. But since we have to have it here, we have to also bring one out this way. So either it's this piece is the 7 or that piece is the 7, which means these definitely aren't. Now if this were the 7, we would be in trouble. So I think we have to block it here. Because otherwise these pieces would be an issue, right? Right, this would be, yeah, what are these connected to? So it becomes an issue. I'm just not 100% sure, because we could also connect over this way. Right? This seems like a really easy connection, but is it the guaranteed connection? Like, if I block this connection, this could go... this can't go through here. We can't... This connection can't come down, so we do have to block it here. Now this has to escape through here. That's the only way through. And then this can't escape that way. It has to go out here. So that's the 11 complete. Which means this is part of the 17. 16 now needs to come out this way, and it's done. The 14 needs to come out this way. This is the only place to stick the 14. There we go. That's a cool puzzle. I like that one. Oh dear. Okay, so this is a sneak guy, but I need to already be up high. Right? I need to be on the tree. Oh. Ah! I'm hearing a cube, but I don't know where it is. Ah! That's it. Excellent. I see you. Alright, one done. Don't make this weird T pattern, so we can't put it here. We also can't put it there. We also can't have both of these being dark. So we do have to connect dark cells, but can't connect them there. Can't do this. We have to connect through here. Yeah, can't do that. Can't do this. Can't do that. Oh, sure. Can't do that piece for sure. So I think that's it. There we go. I thought I heard an arch, but I didn't see it. Okay, that can't go. That'll overload. So I want to connect dark cells with one symbol per light area. Okay. So this has to move down one space. We can't bring this over now to block it, so that's gotta come up. Alright. We can just bring stuff out. Yeah. Hold on. Haven't done this puzzle yet. It does not look like a long maze. 6 seconds? What do you mean 6 seconds? What the? Yeah. Feels like 6 seconds is optimistic even if you know the route. This route is rather long. What? What's going on here? That was confusing. Anyway, back to what I was doing before that. This guy's probably going to be over here somewhere. Okay, let's look at the central area. We see, yeah, that. So we see it from up in the air, sort of. I need a pink tree to look through. So is it from this spot? Yeah, it's from this spot. Ah! Whoop. Yeah, when you fall off like a slight ledge like that, the game is like, oh, you want to fly? Let me like launch you 7,000 miles an hour in that direction. Alright. Okay, so this one's done. This is done. I could block this. This needs 4. If I did it this way, I'm in trouble. In fact, this blocking would cause me to have to go here, which would do this. Yeah, no problem. So I think this has to be it. Okay, add overload. This is done. Connect dark cells. All I gotta worry about right now. That's got to connect here. So this has to be it. Let's see. Also load. This is complete. That has to be there. This has to be like so. That has to be like so. And we're good. Ooh, glide ring. I see that. Oh, I thought I heard a cube. I did not hear a cube. I heard a liar. That's what I heard. Oh, it's gonna be one of these. There's a lot of rings in this one. As you can see by the fact I've gone through quite a few of them and I still only have a little bit. I was supposed to go the other way. I was supposed to go the other way. No. Okay, try again. Okay. So first things first, I gotta drop through the rings that are here. Back up. Alright. The game wants me to go through this direction, because this is the highest ring. And now where are the rest of them? There. Okay. Ah. I do like that this is like a full level course. That is kind of nice. Like, we go through a very large area on that. And for the most part, that route's easy to find. You do have to work a little bit. I'm hearing a shy aura. Ah, that guy. Hold on, how am I going to sneak to him? I got to get on the other side of that tree, maybe? I got to get at the bottom of the tree. Okay, this should probably be the last one. These should be the last ones I do. So let's get the red out of the way. Let's get blue and the... Okay. Not too bad. Okay, connect light cells, dark regions of area 2. Well, that's gotta happen. It's gotta go. If we did this, we'd have to move up like so. If we blocked this, then we would be in trouble here. So this does in fact have to connect. So it can't connect there. The 5 has to be this, the 4 has to be that. And that's got to be there. Okay, I'll take it. Where's... Oh, another glide ring I can do. Ah, there it is. So we gotta be looking over the edge. We gotta be looking... Oh, hold on. How do we look over the edge and see that? Ah! From here, maybe? I can do one of these. Where's that glide ring? There it is. Okay. We gotta, like, spiral a bit here. Oh no, I'm gonna miss some. There better be something at the bottom I can use to jump back up. I think I missed one at least. Maybe I didn't. I'm only saying that because I'm looking at my score and it's almost complete, and yet I have plenty of rings to go. Oh, no, maybe I got them all. Yeah. Cool. That was very tedious, but I get the point of that one. Hey, some memory grids. Okay, ending point is here, which means that we're going to be on this space, which means we have to go up here. We have to fill that in, fill that in, fill in this 2 by 2. In fact, then we're going to be here. Then we're going to be here. We're going to go through. So we're going to go around this direction and all the way up. Like so. Nice. I think we can bring this like so. And then how about you? We're looking down at rolling blocks. Is it down at the building there? It is down at that building. Oh, we're almost in the spot. That worked out really well. Cool. Oh, hey, there's a ring. Oh. Big gold leitmotif there. There is a cube. Oh! Uh-huh. Gamers don't look up. Bring it. Here. Bring that. Ah! There we go. So, do I just need to be on top of that area to get this particular leitmotif? Or, no, that's good, that's good. It's just, I was confused because there's another one down there. It kind of feels like I have it. Hello? Is there something I'm not doing right here? Do I need to be a little more this way? A little more this way? Okay. That was a level of precision I was not appreciative of. Here we go. Alright, doing some good here. I haven't done nearly enough puzzles in this area for me to start picking through which types I'm looking for. So I'm just tripping over them everywhere I go. Let's see. Back up from here. A little further. A little further. A little further. Thank you. That's odd. I was gonna say, I've never been in this temple before. No, I have. I've been here. Let's see. Where's your friend? Going to be down on this side. Yeah, there's the leitmotif. There. Is it lower down? Is that where the red piece is? I don't see it lower down. There it is. So we just need an angle that gets gets both. That to there. And a memory grid. Let's see. It's one of these. Okay. Is it all just these guys? Is it just like a pattern here? Yeah, it's just a pattern. All right. It's just all of this over 1. Yeah, it's over 1. That can be somewhat tricky once it gets faster, just where the rhythm doesn't seem to quite jive with where the grid is, because it's just so fast. That's where it would be helpful to have like a more traditional musical structure with like bar lines and things, so you can organize your thoughts more. Well, this 3 is complete. That means the 5 is complete and the 7 is complete. Connect all light cells in dark regions of area 2. Uh-huh. That's done. Connect light cells, they gotta go through there. One more space. There it is. I'm hearing a cube. Ah! And, did I see something else up there? Yeah, I saw a ring. You know what? I'm just gonna magically... So that's a big... Ah, because it's a little one farther away. So you expect it to be over here, looking at it, and then get the guy. Alright. Another ring. Looking for the red one. Not super helpful here. I can go this way. Yeah. Okay, let's start with the blue, which was already in place, so that was a bad move. Let's go to the cyan. Now all I have left is green, but it's not in... No, I just have red. So let's do red and yellow. No, let's do red and cyan. No, I gotta get these. Let's get red, and then let's do cyan. And then... Getting yellow in place. It's out of sync. Let's get... Now these two are in sync. Here. No. This gets them both in sync. But I want this, so now it needs to be 1, 2, 3. This needs to be 1, 2. That's what this needs to be to get these in sync. But then this is out of sync. Yeah. This is going to be a really irritating one. Nah, that's not quite it yet. Yeah, the green does not matter because they all moved by 2, so it doesn't matter. It'll never get off. This button will last. The blue doesn't matter. These 2 buttons do not matter. It's just getting these 3 in sync. Yeah, so if I have these 2 in sync, the only way to get yellow is to move them, but they don't move in sync. So I need to get yellow, but then to move just these 2, these need to be in sync. So... get yellow so that when I move red, I need to move red into place so that cyan is not into sync. Now if I do this, it'd be 3 moves. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. At which point I think it's fine. 1, 2, 3, and then I go 1, 2, 3. Good grief, that was a terrible one. I hated that. Like, I understand that it's all about the parity, but it just is really tedious to work that out. Not fun at all. Okay. There's probably a type of person out there for whom the tedious sort of math puzzle is really interesting, but it isn't for me, and the game is timing you and rewarding you based on speed, which I've mentioned just about every time I bring up this puzzle type. That's the worst thing you can do is reward people based on speed. You want people to sit and think about the ratios and do the puzzle slowly but accurately. Do it in one big jump. Alright, so we gotta be looking through this hole, maybe? This is too low. Wait, so what hole am I looking through? Right, because I want to be looking at this here, but I've got to be looking at it through a window of some sort. Is it this one? It is this one. Alright, nice. Alrighty, here we go. So green can go now. Yellow. Let's get yellow in place. So this is going to not be great. Because this is in... So to get yellow here and then move this guy so we can get red and blue without too much trouble because it will eventually be back in sync. Oh, new glide rings in Autumn Falls, so we have to drop the frame rate to 2 frames a minute. I see a glide ring here. Do I want to head to Autumn Falls? I haven't really done a lot of Autumn Falls today. I'm heading up to the 30-minute mark, so I'm probably going to do like one other area, mostly. That's pretty big. Okay, well, this is done. Connect all light cells. That's got to come out, which means this can't connect to it. That's got to connect, though. This is complete, so that's going to come out. Which means this has to be a light cell, because if it isn't, there's no way to make the 4 and the 3 work together. And this has to be how we do it. Can't do that, that will overload. Wait, how do we connect these then? We connect them through here. That's how you do it. Interesting. Let's head this way, shall we? Yay, my favorite type of puzzle. It's nice that this one's something of a pattern. I feel like memory grids would work a lot better if there was some sort of pattern to work off, because then you could make it more complicated. Otherwise, it's a tedious look, fill in, look, fill in. Well, that wasn't too hard. I'm going to ignore Lucent Waters for right now because I have literally done the most puzzles there. Or at least by percentage I have. Wait, there's a cube here somewhere. Yeah. So I'm not hurting for puzzles there. I'm going to head to Autumn Falls at least and see if I can hit some of those glide rings. Connect all dark cells. This feels like a really wide open thing. Well, the 4 does have to move this way. So it does have to move that way. No, this 4 has to connect. If we do this here... It's gotta be like that. I think that's the only way to do this. Which means this is probably the best way here. Yeah. That solve felt a bit ratchet, but okay. That's the spot. Alright, let's see what we got in Autumn Falls that we're going to do, besides this puzzle that's right in front of me. Yeah, so that's one you can't possibly guess correct without testing every pitch, because the difference between the second and third is a third, and the difference between the others is steps. Yeah. Not a fan of how that's done. Sure, it doesn't make the puzzle hard, it just means, like, you can't look at the grid and work out what the pitches are going to be. It's trial and error for that. Red over here? No. Another ring. Maybe the red is up in the air. And by up in the air, I just mean on a higher platform. Oh, there's a glow orbs here, which looks like it's going to be irritating. Honestly, it's always a good guess to think a flow orb is going to be irritating. Because 9 times out of 10, you'll be right. Is this all one big flow orb? Oh, no. Okay, so it's the matter of, like, what the route is going to be. I feel like I'm going to start here, go through, and then I'm going to leap through the air like the majestic eagle piloting the blimp. And we're going to start over because it didn't work. Because it's... I feel like the people who make these flow orbs should test them a little more. And feel like, how does it actually feel to do this? And realize that it's a bad idea. Wait. It's dark, right? Yeah, it's dark. Tedious as hell. Do I see something? Yeah, I do. Okay, yellow first. Let's get... just get red and green, because it'll happen eventually, right? They're not quite in sync. So, here, let's get these back in sync. And now it is in sync? No, it isn't. I feel like the green and the yellow have to be more in sync. There we go. Oh, no. Okay. All numbers out by 1. Those can't connect, those can't connect. So we do have a 4 here. Got a 7 here. Can't connect to that. Actually, what do we got in Autumn Falls? Echo of Time. Hold on, we gotta know more of the spicy lore. Painting on the wall, humanity faced its final moments not in calamity, but in a gradual fading of their presence. The last among them shared stories of their once profound history hidden beneath the layers of forgotten achievements. When all had perished, humanity lived on as an echo of time, lingering within the garden of a lone auroral. I held on to one last hope as I wove the ancient energy into the shape of a human, and I wept one last time, for it did not hold the spark of life. That feels like a piece of lore that'd be more interesting to get early on in the game, because in order to get that piece of lore, we needed to get a lot of puzzles in this one area. Alright. Most players aren't going to bother with that. They won't learn that piece of lore, that this is sort of an after the end. In fact, that's new information to me, that this is an after an apocalypse scenario. Well, not so much an apocalypse, because the idea was that it was sort of humanity gradually disappeared. I need to see both those trees. I need it to be... It's head on. I was a little closer. There. This guy's looking down here. Here. Let's see. Don't make dominoes. Alright. We need 3 in here, so that's going to force us to be like so. We need to connect all light cells. Alright. That's all I need to worry about. So, any of those are acceptable. Either of these forces a light cell here. Because a dark cell here would force... a dark cell here is going to force a problem. So this actually has to be a light cell. Dark cell here would be a problem, so we have these. Kind of two... This would be a problem because we... Well, it wouldn't be a problem. We just have to force things out this way. Here... we can't do that. Can't have it here. You have to have that piece there. Which means that's a problem. It's got to be this one. Yeah. Oh, look. Another of my favorite type of puzzle. At least this one doesn't seem to be dealing with stupid collision as we go. Hopefully not, at least. No, I really should not have picked the route I picked. I really should have picked this one to start. There we go. That's about as good as I care to make that. So, how many glide rings we got? That's really what I was looking for. There's 5 glide rings we can get here. 2 wandering echoes would be nice. Oh, another glow orb. Sure, I'll do those too. 6 glow orbs. What if I start at the bottom here? I don't want to drop down because that's slow. Ah, but this is so far away. I'll take it. I know it was really close to the other time, but I just don't care. 5 glide rings, all of them apparently invisible. I haven't seen one yet. Don't make squares. Dark regions of area 12. Well, white squares are a no-go. I can figure it out from this? Well, I guess if I were to pick, say, this being a light cell, know that these would all have to be dark. And then we would have to have one of these two be a dark cell, but not both. And it can't be this one because we'd have light stuff here, so this would be a light cell. These would all be dark, and then we'd have 11 and we'd be done. So this has to be a dark cell. Great, now we know that. If, in fact, this 3 is what it is, because to make dark regions of area 12, we got a lot of 4s here. This has got to be a light cell. That's what we got to do. We got to block that off, and then this is also going to be a light cell. You do have to start with that. Oh no, hold on. So this we have to do. We have to block these off. There's no way this is dark. Well, this is light. This can also be light. That can't be. That's gotta be light since that's dark. I guess that's just what it is here. Interesting. I like sort of the logical progression of that. It's just requiring you to look at the number of spaces you have available. Alright, let's get the cyan out of the way first. Get yellow and blue out, so let's get blue. Then let's get yellow. Yellow's done. So let's just get red and green. So they're out of sync, so let's get them a step. And now they're in sync, and we're good. That was an easier one. Hey, level up. We're almost at the maximum level. We're going to run to an issue of just not enough sparks to buy everything, I don't think, because the mod we're using means that we don't... Like, once we've solved a puzzle, if it reloads in a solved state. We don't get sparks for it. In the game's original state, when puzzles load in, it doesn't matter if you've done them or not. They're just still there forever. And you get sparks every time you solve them, because you have to resolve them every time. Which means it's hard to get 100% and all, but it does mean you get lots and lots of sparks. So here, the issue is I will eventually find it difficult to get sparks. Now I do have, you see the Wanderer's Quest I've ignored for like 100 episodes in a row. Ooh, I need this to be over, so this has to go, this has to go. I've ignored it because I found this like bug that if I solve that quest, I do get sparks, but the sparks go away when I reload the game. At least that's what I've found before, so I can't really use those quests to get sparks a lot. I don't know. It just seems that way. I've just been ignoring them because, well, I don't care. And quests involve solving puzzles, so once I've solved all the puzzles, I can't use those quests anyway. Might as well see what it gives me, though, next time I'm over there. Like if I head over to the spot here and say, alright, let me pick up my sparks. And then pick up, like, these. Right? I can do this and say, there's your quests. I completed it and I got a certain number of sparks for it, but I think they disappear when I end the game. So if I spend the sparks, then I end up in the negative when I reload the game. But I think in some of the early episodes I ended up with negative sparks, and I was wondering how could that happen, and it was, well, because I was doing this. Wait, solve 5 discrete puzzles? What is a discrete puzzle? Covert puzzles, unspecified puzzles, enigmatic puzzles. Follow 5 enigmatic puzzles sounds like Wandering Echoes to me. There we go. Oh, there they are down there. This is a long one. But this is nice because it takes advantage of how flight was best used. So it ends up being a more interesting challenge, even though it's easier. Well, that doesn't count as a discrete, covert, or unspecified puzzle for sure. No squares, no dark squares connect all dark cells, one symbol per light area. So that means we gotta get somebody down here. And it seems like 9 is the most likely to get down there. Because we can't have this. Well, the 3 can go over here, and that'll at least solve that little bit of it. The 2 is going to have to be this spot. It's the only way that's going to work out. There it is. Alright, back to what I was doing. Hang on a second. Have I solved this one? Or maybe I solved this one already. Yep, I solved that one already. No thanks. Don't need to do it a second time. It's probably very fun, but I'm on a schedule. This one I have not solved. It does not look difficult because you got big blocks and only a couple floors. And that's the end of the puzzle. Okay, yellow should get in place. Then we should worry about blue, maybe? Blue's already in place. Let's get this in place. Let's get red in place. I need to get red in place using this. Oh dear. There. No. There we go. Now I get blue in place. I'm not. They're out of sync, so blue is going to be here. Oh, but it's actually got to do like this so we can get... they're still out of sync. You can get it here, but then how do I get... There we go. Okay, so now let's get cyan. Let's get green. Alright, I guess that counts as a puzzle. It's not a discrete puzzle, though, that's for sure. Hold on, what's this? 9 flow orbs. Feel like we want to go up one side and down the other. That's an unspecified puzzle. I don't understand why. Oh, no. Okay, so... get yellow and green, maybe? So now how do I get blue and red? Blue's got to be in the spot like this, but... now I can get red in place. I can't get... I can get both of those. Now blue is way off, but if I do here and then... oh no. No. Let's get red and then let's get purple. Oh no, green's got to be in. Now red and purple. Okay. Okay, so apparently unspecified puzzles are flow orbs, but the other flow orb I did didn't count toward that or something. Covert puzzle. Alright, I guess a hidden cube is covert, but not a hidden ring. I do not see where that goes. Puzzle. All numbers are off by 1. That's my favorite type of puzzle. The 2 could be a 1. It could also be a 3. Let's see. 4 and the 5 can't connect. 5 and 6 can't connect. 5 and 8 can't connect. This has to go out this far, which means this does have to be a 1. This has to be at least 7. No, it has to be a 7. Like so. This has to be a 2. This has to now be a 5. That's got to be a 4. And this has to be a 5. Or a 7. This 5 somewhere. That is what's going to happen. Okay, let's get purple out of the way, maybe? But now green's got to be done from here, the one with the yellow, so we want to get yellow and other stuff. To get yellow on pace, we got to do this. Now we need to get cyan, which is only done here. So to get red, we got to do it with yellow. It'll eventually be done. Nope, it won't. It's out of sync. So here is in sync, but now the blue isn't. So we gotta... Blue is never gonna be... This is never gonna be in sync. Unless I do... this. There we go. Thought I saw the green one of that somewhere. There it is. So I've got to be able to see red. I want to be... I want to be just under here, probably. Nice. I want to see both of these. I think from here. Nope, not there. I meant here. I meant... Come on, just let me stand on there, please. And hidden pentad over there. I should probably go for those since I am running out of hidden pentads. Don't make this pattern connect dark cells one symbol per light area. So that. Ooh. There, but I need more of them. Sure. That was easy. Ah, good spot. Oh, no, no. Oh, hey, but that's where it is. Doesn't count as a discrete puzzle, apparently. Okay. Am I on the island down there to do this? Right, because I'm looking at that island, and there are a bunch of those down here. So maybe I get right down there. Oh, crap. Yep, follow an enigmatic puzzle. There's only one more of these I can get today, and there's only 4 more total. I wonder if I could find that last one just for today. I'm just not sure where it would be, because it's, well, hard to narrow it down. Where's that guy? Okay. Okay. So that. One of these two. That's got to be one. 3. So it has to be this one. It's got to be that. And then. Fine. So it looks like covert puzzle on that rare luminous quest is a cube. Enigmatic is, of course, the wandering echo. What was the unspecified again? Flow orbs? Yeah. So what would discrete be? What puzzle type have I not solved since I picked up that quest? Potentially this guy? Doesn't make a lot of sense for it to be. It isn't rings, arches, or hidden pentads, which you would think if it's discrete, it's going to be one of the hidden types. But it is not. Alrighty, looks like let's get the blue out of the way, and then let's get the green out of the way, and then let's see if we can get these guys to a pattern. So I need to get light. Can I get... It's just these two. How do I get them in place? I need them to be in sync with each other. Sure. Sure, why not? Maybe a leitmotif is a discrete puzzle? I haven't done one of those since picking up the thing. It is not. It's not a rolling block. Oh, there's a glide ring. Let's grab it. I don't know if it'll count toward Autumn Falls or towards Shading Wildwood, because we're in that area where it's a little bit ambiguous what the game calls it, but let's see. It's not going to be Crystal Maze. I think we solved one of those already. Okay, well that's kind of good. We don't want to make a branching path at all, but light regions of Area 3. Which means this is how we're going to end... No, hold on. Light regions of Area 3. How would I do this one? If I did it this way... Oh, not all dark cells have to connect to each other. So I can do whatever I want over here. I have to bring A through here. Like this. Yeah. If the dark cells had to connect, then we would have been in trouble. Yellow? Let's get blue. Now, let's get red. Oh, we're gonna have to get red by doing one of these. Okay, now just green. I mean, that cannot be interesting to watch, jeez. Would discrete puzzles be shy auras? That actually makes sense, because I haven't done shy auras because they're not in this area. That would suck, because I've done a lot of the shy auras in the game. Okay, so I'm like up there looking out over the wilderness. Like, what am I seeing here? Those buildings? Like, do I get up here and then look out? No, this is going to be tough because the landmarks are just not specific enough here. So it's not from here. I gotta see those waterfalls. I gotta be closer to this spot, maybe? This is not going to be a fun one to solve at all. I do have to be up high. That is for sure. But also I gotta see a green... It is like looking this direction. But more this way? It's further, it actually is further away. How far away, though, should I be? Right, so like look at the pillar, this pillar here. And the tree that's right in front of it, the orange tree, this tree right here, it needs to be more to the left, which means I need to be more this way. But now I'm completely blocked. It's still not far enough. I still need to be further this way. So am I... It needs to be like this angle. So how far back can I go? And still see it. Now I gotta see... Feels like it's gotta be in this area. But now I need this rock. More like that. It's not down here. I need to be higher up, but from this angle? Oh, I still need to be more this direction. See that? I can see that puzzle in the center. So am I lower down? But then what rock am I looking at? I feel like I just gotta be higher up, because like the orange tree, I can see some of the trunk of it. So, further back? This tree could be the one at the top left. That would mean I would need to be... Oh, here. That was a tough one. We're gonna be at time. I should probably stop. Let me find a good puzzle, though. Like, it's not going to be this one, that's for sure. Let's see. Get green. Now, how do I get... this? Blue and red now will eventually be in... Yeah. Let's find a good puzzle to end with. So, like a logic grid. Something like that. Sure we can find... That's the last Wandering Echo of the day. It's the last one. Nice. Just go into there and then... Okay. Got it. End on a high note. Give me a good logic grid puzzle. Give me any logic grid puzzle, honestly. Where are they? Is that a flow orbs? Is that a terrible flow orbs? That's a terrible... Look at that. That's going to be awful to solve. Is it just those 3 pieces, though? 6 flow orbs? No, no, please, don't make me do that. Okay, so it's gonna start from the top. Go around. And then the last one is... Ah! There's one up high here, so we're gonna start... Go around... Ah! so irritating. This could not be more irritating of a puzzle. It's not even a gold. No. Alright, try again. One. Yeah, it really is a terrible idea to try to make flow orbs around something like this. Because it's not like, oh, I'm actually trying and solving a puzzle. It's more like, oh, I am dealing with... The only challenge in this puzzle is dealing with how the light system does not work with this collision. Here's a grid of some kind. That's got to count for some. There we go. Let's end with one of these. That way I can be happy when I end this video. Alright, connect all dark cells. Those aren't going to go anywhere. That's going to be like so. Alright, that's got to come through this way. We don't have to worry about squares or anything like that. Okay, that's going to come out. This has to come out, so... The end. Alright, that's a good stopping point for me. Stopping very short... No, not very close to where we started this episode, but we started when I started recording today, which is by the Lost Grids. So we'll end here. Anyway, thanks everybody for sticking around through that. I hope to see you all in the next video, and have a good day. Goodbye.